What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I am J-Lag, and I'm here with
NB.
And today we're
live from the car.
Live from the car.
Live podcasting from the car.
Can't help ourselves.
Morning commute.
We're driving down today, and we needed to get this podcast in. So
also, it's snowing like crazy. So
yeah, for you Torontonians, hey guys.
Okay.
Realistically, this was a very Canadian episode.
This was all Canada, like all day, every day, with the maple syrup,
Right.
with the snow,
Yeah.
with the red. Like
Oh,
it was just all like very
It's
patriotic.
Very true.
Okay, so we're gonna get into chapter 9,
Yep.
which was called La Grande Illusion.
Oh gosh.
And we start off with a maple syrup montage. And
Yeah,
I was
literally.
like, oh, Canada. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, is this what they do to make maple? Like, I know what they do to make maple syrup,
Yeah.
obviously, but like, it
I
was
mean,
just,
I didn't,
it
but
was just a
sure.
very, like, over dramatic, like,
Yeah.
freaking blossom scene. And then Polly, she's like all up in the blossom montage. She's like in the corner. I'm like, oh shit. Like, she's now like in their like parade
She's a
too.
part. She's a part
She's
of
not
their
just
life.
like chilling at
yeah.
home watching Netflix like pregnant.
I'm telling you, they were gonna like dye her hair red at this point.
Yeah, that's so
Like,
true.
It's coming through.
And then it was snowing, so like it added to like the very like Canadian like look of the entire
Totally.
episode.
It started snowing.
And then it just started.
Episode.
It just looked cool because like they were in red, and it was snowing, and it kind of looked like Winterfell, like in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It was very like this is like very Game of Thrones.
Very like Cheryl looked very like Sansa Starkey
Yes, exactly.
in it. Anyway.
Yeah. So then Jughead, it cuts to like Juggy and Betty on like her bed, and they're like maybe they're like making out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just hanging
They're,
out.
like,
Yeah,
chilling.
they're about to like they just like did a quick peck and then.
And then Alice Cooper like freaking
Kicks the
comes
door
in,
down.
freaking like
This gross
she's all about
woman.
like blocking Bughead right now from like getting it on.
Yeah.
And she said something really funny because she was like, "I'm gonna stop that clan," and I was like, "Oh, she just did it. She just called them a clan." I was like, "That's really creepy." Right?
It's like
did
war
get
against
that?
the
She's like,
families.
the Blossom Clan.
The Blossom Clan is going
this
down.
is becoming like a
Yeah. So that's her mish this episode is like trying to expose them and expose their family and kind of bring their like the Cooper name back too, because she's like this whole like revenge thing with your dad and how he's pissed about it. They need to do something about this now. So
yeah. So she's basically like, "I need you on my team, whatever." And like, but like Juggy's so cute because like he just sits there and he's like, "Okay."
he's just taking it all in.
Yeah. And then it cuts to Veronica and her mom, Z. And they're sitting like in their like hotel, whatever. And Hermione's like, "Look, we got issues. Daddy knows everything."
Daddy's got issues.
And Veronica's like, "What am I gonna tell Daddy? Like, I have to lie for Daddy now?"
Yeah.
And Mom's like, "Yeah, like maybe." She's like he found she's like he found out about like me and Fred.
Yeah.
She's like, "Mom, I told you." She's like, "Why you be like having an affair and shit?" Anyway, so I guess she needs her help. Like Hermione needs Veronica's help to like lie in court or something if it comes to that.
Right. Which is, we talked about it last episode. You know, like 2 episodes before they did like the quick, like break.
Yeah.
They were gonna call Daddy, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
thought. And that's what I thought was gonna happen. Like they were gonna like break it all down, let him know.
Call
but
him on
like
the phone,
clearly
like-
that didn't happen. They were just like, hey,
Yeah, like
dude,
what
how's
do
it
they
going?
talk about?
Like I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, so he's pissed, and that's why like the shit went down at Fred's construction zone and all that stuff. So yeah, she basically reminds Ronnie that she's gonna have to fix some shit for the dad.
for her daddy. So then it cuts to Archie and the Cheryl scene.
Right.
And Cheryl's like, "Archie, like I have like this family like thing," and she's like, "We're
They're
like
at
a
school.
clan
They're playing
at school."
like he's like playing his guitar.
Yeah, his guitar. And she's like, "Can you be my date?" And the whole time he's like,
Honestly,
I'm like, "Dude, you have a girlfriend. Like, it's not that hard to say.
no.
Like, what the hell? What's
It's
wrong
so
with
true.
you?" And then finally, like after 5 minutes of Cheryl like nonstop talking, he was like, "But I have Val. Like, I can't just like take you on a date."
Right.
And she's like, "No, we're just like friends. Like, it's fine." She's like,
And it keeps going back to this
Whatever.
whole question that we have with Archie. Like, what is his
like
draw?
Slash like why is she? Yeah. So like the biggest part of my whole question on that scene was like, why is she asking Archie?
Exactly.
Like, what? Because he looks like Jason? Like, is that the only reason why?
But then she does explain herself. She says, you know, you're the only one that kind of
Okay, I
stuck
don't
up for
know.
me
I don't
and like
believe that.
took care of me. But I'm like, no, man, you just want his D, and like Just be done with it.
Like, you want
miss
Archie, just admit it.
You had some weird relationship with your twin brother, and like now you want to like have sex with a redhead. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real here.
Yeah, so basically Archie's like, okay, like, I'll see, like, I guess what I can do. Does he agree to it in that moment?
No, he's like, I'm really reluctant. Like, he's like, let me think about it. Like, you know, I have a girlfriend, and like, whatever. Like, your
Like,
family's like not fans of my family, so yeah. Then it cuts to them in the lounge, I think.
Yeah.
Later.
So then after that, it cuts to Ethel. So we're back to Ethel Muggs.
Ethel Muggs.
And she's in class.
Barb.
And she is, I guess she's saying a poem, right? It was a really freaking Debbie Downer poem.
Depressing poem, yeah.
And Veronica's storyline is sort of like, synced with her this whole episode.
Yeah.
And Ethel's like, my daddy. First of all, they said daddy like a million times. Okay. I just want to say.
Just as like right off the top, even Cheryl said it, and I was like,
yeah, Cheryl said it. Yeah,
I wrote it down in my notes because I needed to talk. I was like, guys, why is everybody calling
everybody
her daddy?
Saying daddy this episode?
We started joking about it, but like it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Riverdale, okay?
Yeah.
Riverdale daddies is a real thing.
Yeah. So Ethel says like her poem. She's like, I need my daddy's arms to like hold me one last time. I'm like, no, you need a new wardrobe because like you look like you're from the 1950s. Why do they make her look so frumpy?
I don't know.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I have no idea.
Her hair, everything. Like maybe that's just her character. I don't know, but like. I don't know.
But
they just make her very like extra, like frumpy.
Ronnie's gonna make her get a makeover.
Yeah.
Makeover montage coming through.
Yeah. So then whatever. So then she's like talking, and then Veronica like hears it. She's like, true. She's like, I feel for this girl. She's like, this was like my life. She's like, I have daddy issues too.
Yeah. Well, she basically said that like back in the day, I was like a bitch to this one girl, and she like. We were so mean to her that we transferred, like, she transferred schools.
Yeah, Kevin was like, she killed herself. She's like, no. She's like, no, she just left school. So he's like, oh, okay. But,
damn, they're, like, trying to, like, run in, like, 13 Reasons right now.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't, like, put, like a
little teaser.
Yeah, like a lower third. So Ethel, she's like, whatever, I have home troubles. And in my notes, I was like, as a joke, I'm like, she's having home troubles because her damn parents can't afford that damn indoor pool layout. That shit's too expensive. No wonder they're having issues. And then after she says it. But yeah, so whatever, I was joking. But Ethel's like, yeah, I have daddy issues. And Veronica's like, cool, me too. She's like, let's be friends for like 45 minutes. For the remainder of the episode.
She's like, let me just try to do this one thing to you, and then like we move on with her.
Yeah, so then Kevin's like, what the hell? Like, Veronica, like, why are you helping out this like next girl?
Yeah.
Veronica's like, no, like whatever. And then she says that story about the high school.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I want to help Ethel Muggs make her life better. And I was like, make her life better by changing her freaking name and wardrobe. Okay, yeah. Whose last name is Muggs.
First of all, yeah.
And then it cuts to I first started laughing. Archie's like sipping water at the fountain, like because he's a 5-year-old child.
Yeah.
And he's sipping his water, and Mrs. Blossom like rolls up on his ass out of nowhere.
Honestly,
like,
he's a magnet. He is a magnet for them.
Do they have work? Why are they? Why are they in the high school premises?
Like, I don't understand.
She's like, Archibald.
Archibald.
And then it has like that weird flashback. Did you notice that? It cuts to like the moment when like he gives the jersey. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this is kind of awkward.
She's like, it really meant a lot to me that you did this for me.
I just felt like it was kind of long, so I was like, oh, okay, guys, like, can we go back to like the school?
You're right. It did cut to like
it was quite a like whatever. And then she's like, I know you're into music. She's like, one of my brothers or whatever, Uncle Harrison. She's like, he's got the hookup at some school, and he's like, oh, okay. She's like, can you be Cheryl's date and come through?
Come through for the tree tapping ceremony.
Tree tap.
Tap that tree.
And then tap my daughter.
Hashtag tap that tree.
And then he's like,
and then
he's like, I have a girlfriend, but like he doesn't know.
Yeah, but then at that point, I think he has to oblige,
he
right?
Did, yeah, he did. Because she was like, you're like the sweetest boy ever, and he's like, true, I am. And he's like, okay, I'll come through.
Oh, we get it.
And then she's like, and then she said this. She's like, when the light hits you just right.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah, like, cause like she's like, he looks like Jason. Yeah.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, it was so creepy.
So weird.
She's just creepy.
And then it cuts. Weird.
I know. And then it cuts to the student lounge.
Yeah.
And Betty's asking Archie to look out for Polly, like when he goes to like the Blossoms, like when he goes to
because everybody's saying like in the lounge, everybody's like, "Don't go!" Like that sounds so
Everyone's
weird.
Like, what, Archie? First of all, where's his girlfriend in all of this? Like, was Val even in that scene?
Anyway, we'll get to that point because she makes that point real quick.
I know. But I was just like, I was like, okay, but like it's been time. Like tell your girlfriend now that you're going on a date with someone else.
Yeah.
So Betty's like, look out for Polly. Like please keep an eye out for my sister. Check on her, whatever.
But everybody's like, no. But she's like, go / like check out my sister.
Yeah. And then it cuts to like the Blossom Park scene, and this was like totally like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
it was like
totally. Like
by
in
that tree,
it was like
the Godswood tree.
Yeah, it was like a shot. Yeah, the slow like zoom shot.
And then in my notes, I'm like, why does everyone keep saying "daddy"? Because everyone literally
That's
in this
what I
moment
mean.
was
She's
saying
like,
"daddy."
"Daddy
Yeah,
wants
my
me to
daddy
do the
needs me
tree."
to come, and I'm gonna tap that tree. It's like I'm gonna tap you. Okay, whatever. So I didn't realize it was like that. Like she has to literally tap the tree.
Yeah. So first of all, I thought that they were saying tree topping like for the first like 3 minutes of the episode. And I'm like, wait, it's not Christmas yet.
Oh,
what's happening right
my
now?
God.
And then it was like tree tapping, and I was like, okay, that's even weirder for some reason.
Bro, I burst out laughing when the dad pulled out that scripture. I'm like, what the hell is this, a Game of Thrones? Like,
oh
he
my God,
pulls
yeah,
out,
like a
that
script.
ancient scripture. He's like,
It's like
Dear
for hundreds
family.
of years. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, okay, this is like getting too much now.
It's
Too much. And then, so basically Cheryl,
So yeah, Jason
put
usually
down-
does.
yeah,
Jason
Jason,
usually
yeah.
does a tree. That's what the dad
he
says.
pumps like the first like syrup like
Yeah,
thing,
because
whatever
it's
it's
supposed to
called.
like represent
Drop.
like the harvest of the year and
Yeah.
the success of the family and blah blah blah. So then he's like, but this year it's like replaced by like Cheryl because like she's the only one we have left.
Yeah, it was so rude though. Like, what the hell?
All honesty, I thought they were
He's
gonna be
like,
like,
we don't
just
have an
let
heir."
Archie do it. You like get
Yeah,
out of here.
seriously.
Like get your date to
He's
do
like,
it.
we don't have an heir, but there's Cheryl.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's so tight.
That's rude.
So whatever. So Cheryl's like, Archie's like, go girl, you can do that, tap that.
Yeah.
And then she like walks up to the tree and like she hits it in like one shot.
Yeah.
and
She's
it
like,
came
tap!
out.
And she's like,
And
yeah.
I think Archie was like helping her. He was like by the tree too.
He was like holding the bucket.
Yeah. So that was cute.
Yeah,
what do you
it
think
was
about
fun.
their like chemistry together? Just
so,
quickly.
That's a great question. I'd love to throw it out to our rewinders and see
Yeah,
what
like
they think.
yeah, listeners, like what do you guys think about their on-screen chemistry?
Yeah.
Do they have something more than Val? Like all we've seen right now so far is Archie and Val.
I mean, and then Archie and Veronica.
Like for a minute, yeah, like a quick minute, but like yeah, in between like Val and because I didn't mind them together. Like I liked seeing them
liked seeing them
together.
together?
They were kind of cute.
You know what?
She
I don't know
pushes
what
him in a different way. I feel like.
You know, I don't know what it is, but I feel like with Cheryl, her character or the way she's like portraying herself, it's very like awkward. So I can tell that there's some sort of like uneasiness, lack of confidence there.
Yeah.
Like we can see it in
Well,
the
she's
character.
very insecure.
Yeah.
She's very scared, but she puts on this fake act of like being, you know.
Right. So her true self, like I never know like
La Grande Illusion.
where it falls, you know? So with him, like I'm not really sure like who she is with him, if that makes
That's
any
true.
sense.
Yeah, it'd be cool to really see like, well, yeah, because I was like, if they ever do end up together, like he'll end up like he'll push her to be like the real self,
Right.
You know.
And I guess to a degree you see a little bit of that
When
in this
she comes
episode,
over and
but
stuff, yeah.
anyway.
Okay, so then it cuts from the tree, like the tap that tree. It cuts to dinner at Veronica's
They're
because
having
she
so
invited.
it's not dinner, I think it's brunch because it's still like during the day.
Oh,
I remember
okay.
checking, I was like, is it daytime or nighttime? Like what is this
Oh,
event right now?
okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, so Veronica like invites like Ethel over because she's like, we're friends now, and Ethel's not even eating. She's like, girl, what's wrong with you? She's like, I ain't hungry. She's like, I'm just so stressed out. My parents are fighting, and then everyone's parents are fighting because like Betty's parents are fighting too and stuff.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, it was just like a really like crazy
family
episode.
problems.
And then I burst out laughing because Ethel's like, my parents don't have money anymore. And we have to sell the house, and it's really sad. I'm like, see, I knew it was because of that.
Yeah, you fully
that shit is
fucked
expensive. See, it got like the bills got too heavy, and like he had to like
That's what you
dip.
gotta do. You
But
can't clean
then
that
it comes
pool
out
no
that
more.
like the money was stolen. Like
Right.
Ethel's parents were like basically
like lodged.
yeah, they
got
were lodged. So Hiram lodged basically like, you know, whatever.
He's
like
a part of that
he's the money, like
connection.
what's that
So
thing called?
you find that out because Hermione like has to have like
Oh
a
my
side
God.
word with Ronnie like once again. I feel like that's like their thing. So yeah, I feel like this is like not the first time that this has happened where she's like had to say like Hermione had to go to Ronnie and be like, a word please. Like
Well,
during
as soon
lunch.
as like Ethel
I feel
said
like that happened last
Hermione's
episode.
face was like white.
She was like,
"Oh,
Muggs.
shit."
She's like, your last name is Muggs. Like how you didn't know
I was like,
this girl's last
either
name.
she fucked the dad, or they got screwed over from the
They got
money
screwed over
like
for money,
scandal.
which is the second one.
Which it could be both.
It could have been both, but
You never know with
it was the
Hermione.
second one. So yeah, she basically like breaks it down for Ron, and she's like, you know, this is a dangerous situation, and like you can't really be friends with her because like her parents like basically want to take your dad down, and Ronnie at the same time is like trying to change herself. So she's like, yeah, maybe he deserves it though a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like she is screwing
She's not
over
really
people.
feeling bad for her dad anymore. She's more like, what the hell, man? Like, he screwed over everyone.
Yeah, she's like, I'm trying to make friends with this girl who's like having a really shitty time. Just on a side
Also,
note.
like, his reach
And then,
must
like,
have been really far. Because, like, if they were in New York,
Yeah.
he screwed over, like, other people too.
in Riverdale.
In Riverdale.
Well, that's the whole like question of like what his history of with
True.
Riverdale is.
You're right.
There must
You're
be some
right.
history there because like we talked, you know, we
'Cause
talked
he knows
about
those
how
people.
and like the maple syrup might be involved too. Like we don't know.
Yeah. So then it like cuts from there. It cuts back to like the Blossom like park scene, but they're like kind of walking away from like the tree area.
Right.
And I was dying of laughter because like the people right in front of Cheryl and Archie are like legit shit talking about Cheryl. I'm like, dude, she's right behind you. Like, is she invisible in this freaking family?
Honestly, they,
and
like,
poor Archie's
literally
like,
hate
oh,
her.
like he felt bad. And he sort of,
for her.
he sticks up for her, and he's like, what the hell? Like, she's right here. Like,
Yeah.
did you not see
He's like,
her?
excuse me, but Cheryl is amazing. She has a 4.0
He's like,
GPA.
she's so, yeah. Whatever, those extra family members, like,
I
they
know.
end up
Who are
dipping
you guys
anyways.
anyway? But I guess they're part of the board, so it's like important.
And then it cuts to Fred and Hermione, because I think this is when she tells him, right? Is this when she tells him about like
right.
that she's owned?
Yeah, so I think in that brunch scene, Ronnie says like, "Listen, you gotta tell
Yeah.
Fred at the very least,
Yeah.
like this shit is going down because like, you know, like
it's a
things are
small town.
escalating a little
People are gonna
quickly.
talk, and then he's gonna get even more cheese. So
She's
like,
like,
just tell
Daddy
him.
already knows about you guys. Plus, like, yeah, you need to tell him
Yeah.
now.
So she's like, okay, whatever.
So she
So
does.
yeah, so she goes back to the thing.
goes
And
to
she's
work,
like,
right.
Fred, I did this. Like, it was me.
He like flips his
And
shit.
he was like pissed.
Pissed.
That scene was like edited kind of awkwardly, but like
Yeah.
he got like really angry like really quickly.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he was pissed, whatever, and he's like, I don't know what he did. He like walked out or something.
He's like, all right, well, now, like, I'm fucked, basically. Thanks a lot. Yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah, he's like exactly what I was trying to avoid. Like you set me up to do this, like,
Right.
because he didn't want to be involved in like all like the sketchy shit.
He like, he blames her for like the fact that like Clifford is coming after the construction company, and he's like, I'm basically pitted between you and your husband and Clifford right now.
Yeah.
Like you're using us as
Yeah.
pawns. I'm like pretty cheese right now.
Plus, like he knows that they're using Archie too, so like he's like, you guys are just using our whole
Our
family in
entire
general.
family, yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm
And-
sick of it.
Yeah, and then it cuts to Clifford, Blossom, and Archie, and they're like having like a low key talk.
Like
and
a real talk conversation.
and Mr. Blossom's like, so can you come to a next party? He's like, I'll pay for your suit. He's like, Cheryl needs a date.
Like tailor-made quick
And like
suit too.
essentially like he wants a date for Cheryl because he wants like the investors to like look at Cheryl and be like, she's sick, like
She's
she knows
normal.
how to have a boyfriend, and like, like she like, yeah, like she's not socially awkward,
He
like
chooses like a good boyfriend too. Like he's like a good guy.
he's a good kid.
Like he's not like a weirdo. Or
He
like,
might be poor, but that's okay.
or he's not high society. So it's like I don't understand why they were okay to. He was okay to be like, oh yeah, well you're. Is it literally just because he's a redhead? Like I don't understand.
I don't know
Like,
what it
what
is.
the draw
Like
right
was there
now?
no one else like Reggie, like Moose,
Yeah.
like there's more guys that are like,
There's no other rich families in Riverdale. Like I don't get it. Like they chose literally the poorest family that is like running a construction company to the
yeah,
ground.
yeah.
So I don't know.
That was weird. Yeah. So then he's like, what did Archie say? He's like, okay.
Yeah, I guess he like got like pushed into it. Oh, Cheryl comes through the back, and she's like, yeah, you must come. She's like, you must come, and it'll be great. Like that's what I mean. Like she has these like awkward moments where like she just pops out of nowhere.
Especially this episode, you could see it.
She's like perky and weird. Anyway, so yeah, so then he has to oblige again. And he's like, great, now I gotta text my girlfriend. Slash like maybe not.
Poor Val, she's so extra in all of this. I hope she's like talking to the next guy too.
Yeah. Same.
So then it cuts from there. It cuts to like I just put down Alice Cooper pies because this woman is like on a like freaking like roll with her damn pies. She's like digging that damn pie. She's like serving up a slice.
Yeah. She wants the tea on everything. She's like, ooh, Archie's our man on the inside.
Yeah. Is that when Archie comes to visit them?
I think Alice just basically says,
Yeah, that's after.
she's basically like, I can't wait to expose the story. I'm like super excited right now.
Yeah.
Like I think every time we see Alice this episode, she's like, can't wait to expose the
after,
story.
Yeah, after it leaves the Blossom party, she's like, oh, I got some dirt. Y'all are going. She's like just very turned. She's very like,
she's so
I gotta
turned.
get back to my desk and I gotta write and I need to like expose the story.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I have no daughter anymore.
Yeah. Oh, sad.
And then it cuts to Cheryl and Betty having a conversation.
Oh.
And I think this is when Cheryl's like, but your sister's having twins.
Right. So, yeah. So she basically, because we know that Betty's been trying to get in touch with Polly this whole entire time.
She's like, tell her to email me.
She's like,
Skype,
send me a message.
text. Like, how can you not email your sister? Girl, just send her an email.
And Cheryl's like,
what's wrong with you?
And then Cheryl's just like, you know what? I'll pass the message along, but she might not be able to respond or like whatever. So
she's having a twin.
And she's having twins, so it's confirmed. She's like, yeah,
the doctor.
Riverdale blood, or not Riverdale,
Blossom
like,
blood.
Blossom blood.
I'm like, oh, that's great.
Gross.
I wonder why they're making her have twins. I'm really like questioning it.
I mean, I guess they're trying to like show that whole idea of like replication. I don't know. This is all a ploy.
So then it cuts to, so at least from there, there's a lot of like things going on in this episode. It cuts to Veronica with Ethel. Now they're like, they finished eating, and then Veronica's like, come into my closet. And she's like, take all my clothes. And she's like giving her like the furs and like the jewels.
Because she feels
And then
bad.
she's like, don't take my pearls because my daddy gave me these.
Daddy gave me pearls.
And they're very special to me. And Ethel's like, don't worry, I don't want pearls.
But I want this tiny little hat and this friggin' like
on top of her
like
1960s wardrobe, she adds more like vintage clothes. So
like,
she definitely looks like she's from like freaking like a thrift store now.
I mean, come on, like Ronnie couldn't just give her something from like Forever 21. It had to be from like some 1920s like next level costume shop.
Yeah. And then I love this scene. It cuts to like the Andrews house, and Cheryl shows up at the door.
Oh yeah.
And Fred answers, and she's like, "Damn, Fred, you're looking dilfy tonight." I'm like, "Ew, Cheryl, it's so inappropriate."
Is that what she said?
Yeah, she's like, "You're looking mighty dilfy tonight." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
I didn't catch that.
And Fred's like, "What the hell?"
He's
like, "Oh god!" So then he like goes inside, and then Cheryl's like Archie's there too, and Juggy, and Cheryl's like, "I got you a gift. It's a guitar," and he's like, "Oh
it's a
shit!"
Guitar. yeah. He's like, wow, sick
She's
guitar.
like, I gotta go now. I get claustrophobic in small houses. And she's like, she like walks out.
So rude.
I'm like, okay, girl, chill. And then Archie's like, damn, I got a new guitar. He's like, after I gave my freaking one to like, for the Grundy, you know, he had to sell it off.
Yeah, it's true.
And then Fred's like, you can't keep that thing. He's like, that's not right. They're bribing you.
Yeah.
They want to like buy your love and like all this shit. And Archie's like, no.
Yeah, so
He's
I
like, no, Dad, I'm keeping it. He gets on
He's
me.
like, sorry.
And Juggy's just like, yeah, well.
He's like, you are kind
it's a
of
pretty
like
sick guitar.
Give me your exactly. But at the same time, like everyone's booking the fact that like they're buying him out, essentially.
Yeah.
And Archie's like, yeah.
Yeah, Archie, like he's a kid, you know, like he gets excited about guitars. Then it cuts to the Riverdale Register, which is like Betty's parents' like office. And I guess Hal's not at home anymore, so he's like literally like living at this like office now.
At the office, yeah.
And Betty and the mom like roll up, and she's like, Hal, like we have so much news on the story, and you know we gotta write this new article. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, you kicked me out of my house. Well, guess what, biatch? And then she tries to like go to her like 1993 computer and like log in.
She's like, move over. I'm gonna try to log in.
What is this, Microsoft 92? Like, what the hell? And it's like blocked. And he's like, yeah, I locked you out because you locked me out of my house.
Yeah.
And she's like, true, I guess I deserve that, whatever. She's like, what the hell?
No, she was cheese.
No, she was cheese, obviously. Like, no, she was like, she didn't justify it. She was really cheese.
Yeah.
And then, so he's like, you're fired.
So he's like, you think that like you investigating this story is going to like bring back your daughter? Like, good luck with that shit. And her and Betty leave at that point.
Also, it's pretty savage that like he says your daughter. Like, it's still your daughter, you idiot.
I don't understand why this man is so angry.
Like, when did he turn up? Like,
why
all of a sudden,
is he so pissed?
He was such a like low key person
be,
before.
Like, the docile, like cool guy. But no, he's like evil.
Yeah. So then, like, they walk out of the office. And then, of course, like, Alice can't get enough because she's, like, next level. She like, grabs this huge stone from the floor. And Betty's like, oh, shit.
She's like, Mom?
She's like, Mom, no. And then she just, like, lodges, like, the freaking rock right through the door. And Hal's face is just like...
He's like, oh!
Cool. He's like, great. You great.
He's like, we're getting a divorce.
That seals the deal.
We're done.
And then it cuts to Archie, and he's at the tailor's, and he's getting this super cute, like, red suit, like, made on him.
Yo, who doesn't want this? Like, I'm down. Whatever Archie's doing right now, he's doing
he looked super cute.
Because I would do the same thing. A tailor-made suit for a night of, like, event. Like, I'm down. This, like, suit looks amazing. It's, like, velour. It's like a velour
Yeah.
vest. Like, wow.
And you obviously really like that too.
Yeah, totally.
And then like Clifford is there with him. He's like, "Damn, Archie, you look good, whatever." He's like, "I got this on my tab," and Archie's like, "Yeah, obviously, because
I can't
afford this shit." No, but then Archie's like, real talk. You know, I don't want the music school. He's like, just help out my dad with like the construction thing. He really needs like this job. And
well, he's like, thanks for the music school, and can you help me? He's like, can you?
No,
do both?
I think he said like I'd rather have that. But then Clifford's like, no, I already like spoke to the guy Harrison at like the music school, so like they're expecting
And
you
they're
to
really
come.
looking forward to seeing you. Yeah.
And then Archie's like, okay, whatever. I guess I gotta just take whatever I gotta take. And I really don't know what happens from that scene, but that's basically he tried.
He's like, let's have dinner and we can talk about business. He's like, I'm really proud of you.
Yes, he was very impressed by Archie.
Stepping up for your dad, because he's like, I don't think that like
Jason would have done
ever
that.
do anything like that. But at this point in time, like, he can be blowing smoke up his ass. So like we don't know. And we kind of see something about that later on. But anyway, go on.
Betty is venting to Juggy, and they're just kind of talking about like the whole episode and like their parents and
the whole episode.
they're like basically recapping everyone else's life. And Betty's just like, what the hell? I'm like, my family's really falling apart.
Yeah.
And he's just like this super freaking cute like boyfriend. He's like,
supportive.
Don't worry, like it's not your fault, like this had to happen kind of thing. Like just very supportive of Betty.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there and ask a question to you and the rewinders. Like,
go for it.
What do you guys? Don't throw shade at me. I'm not trying to like hate on Bughead at all. I'm just questioning currently. I mean, at least in this episode, all this other stuff is kind of ramping up, and we know that Bughead has kind of been like the leads in solving this murder. But this episode, it kind of took a back seat, and like seeing them like happy and in love, like almost felt out of place to me. Did you feel that way, MB?
What do you mean?
Like, it almost felt like they're too like normal right now. All this other shit is happening around them.
Yeah, but I almost don't mind it because for like a few episodes before, they were the ones that were turned up.
That's
so
true.
It's like now they have like their little downtime.
And
they
did have like a minor issue last episode with like the lie that he told.
Yeah.
Betty. About
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
So they're still like growing together.
A little bit of
like,
drama, but yeah, I don't know. I guess like seeing them happy together. I know it's like a lot of like shipping moments for the writers and for the Bughead fans, obvi, but I don't know. I don't know how much more of that I'm gonna be down for before like I feel like they need a little bit more drama in their lives.
Mm-hmm. So then it leaves at a really cute scene and it goes to Cheryl and Valerie.
Valerie.
And what does Cheryl say to Valerie in this moment? She's like, I took your man.
Yeah, she's like,
Archie's coming out with me to my thing.
Yeah, she's like, she like does like a little hair flip and shit, and and then Val like rolls up.
But Val like she
up.
like stands out. She's like, you think you're gonna steal my man from me? She's like, yeah, okay, you're not.
Yeah,
like, he's still my man.
Yeah.
And then whatever. Was Archie there?
No, but then Val goes to see Archie, and she's like, your girl Cheryl just like came up to me and basically said that she's gonna take you away from me.
Wow, Archie's such an idiot.
And Archie's like, what? What do you mean? He's like, obviously, like it's not gonna happen. I'm just going on like another dinner date.
He's like, just like my 5th date with her. Like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Val's like, literally, we haven't gone on one date together. You've gone on 2 dates with Cheryl. Like, what's happening
She's
right
like,
now?
took me to that pizza. Dude, this girl is like her family affairs.
I mean, pizza in your stinky ass room. Like, what the hell?
So then it cuts to like, I think it was all in like the hallway because Kevin like freaks out again. It's Kevin.
Oh
Kevin's like,
That's
oh my god,
say, like,
hashtag suicide, hashtag
like,
attempted.
Hashtag gossip queen. Like,
yeah.
my gosh.
He's like, Veronica, did you hear about Ethel's dad?
And there's like slow motion. He's like, so.
Oh my god, this scene. We gotta talk about this scene.
But Ethel's dad
killed him.
Tried to kill him. Yeah, it's so.
And she's like slow motion. She's like, she makes the run for like the change room, or whatever.
The bathroom. She goes to the bathroom.
Yeah. And then she starts like crying.
She busts out crying, yeah.
And then it's like all slow motion. She's like bawling on the floor, and she looks at herself in the mirror.
Slow motion.
And then like she like yanks her pearls.
Yeah,
and
she
they
grabs
come, like,
her pearls and she's like
tumbling down, very dramatic. Like
yeah.
you know, like.
Explodes
What did you think about that scene? Her acting.
It was. I understand that she's upset. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But
It
it's
was a
like
little
lot.
overdramatic.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
Veronica.
Yeah. Especially because he didn't even kill himself.
Yeah, but
I thought I heard he killed himself, and then after like it came out.
but
I was like,
too.
wait,
I
I'm
was
like,
but
he
she didn't
didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Like, obviously it's serious, guys. Like, it's not like a joke, but like,
But at the same
it was
time,
a
like,
little over drama.
Kevin coming through like with like a smile on his face, like not a smile, but he was like,
He wasn't.
Yo, guys, Hey.
He's like the gossip.
Like, come on, dude, be a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
I wasn't down for her acting. I felt like it was very like forced.
Yeah, it felt
and it
forced.
kind of like pushed me out of the scene a little bit.
I
was
would
like,
agree with you. I would agree
because this whole time we haven't really seen her break down like this.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen Betty break down. We've seen Cheryl break down. We've seen Veronica sort of be like that strong like character and like have these like sassy lines and like even when she got like slut shamed, like she wasn't sad. She was more like
not the best
I'm gonna get
crier.
this. But yeah, she started crying and like she wasn't like it didn't
seem like right. Yeah, I agree.
And then right at the end, like Betty comes over and she like holds her. It was cute, you know. She's like there for her friend.
Yeah, it's like BFFs.
Yeah, and then it cuts to the Blossom dinner.
Yep.
And Clifford and Archie are chatting it up again. And what do they talk about?
Grand old times.
He's like, you know what, Archie? I'm gonna help your dad.
He's like, yeah. He's like, I've decided.
I thought about it for like 4 hours.
And yeah, I'm down for this.
And
his suit looked on point. Just saying it one more time.
He looked really cute. Yeah.
Well,
and his hair looked really good too.
Yeah.
And then Polly's like lingering through all these Blossom scenes. She's just kind of lurking in the corner, but you know she's there. And I know for sure like she's not there to be like this naive like innocent person. Like you know she's there for a reason. She's Alice Cooper's daughter. Like, she ain't stupid.
Yeah,
you know. So she calls Archie over and she's like, come, like let's go dance. And I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So then Archie and Polly are dancing
and he's like, why don't you talk to Betty?
Yeah, he's like, yo, send her an email, man. He's like, do you want like a forwarding address? Like, she's like, Archie, just keep smiling and like dancing.
Like, shut your fucking mouth.
And don't touch my ass, because, like, you like my sister. And then Polly's like, look, she goes, I think we gotta, like, fake it till we make it right now. And she's like, I think the Blossoms know something about Jason's murder. I think they threatened Jason. She's like, I want to know more about what happened. And she's like, that's why I'm, like, working on the inside.
Yeah.
And she's like, so tell my damn sister, stop calling me.
She's like, tell her I'm okay.
I'm putting work in. She's like, I'm working the OT.
Right yeah.
And Archie's like, cool. He's like,
she's
you're
double
pretty smart.
agenting right now.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to like maybe tell that before she left though. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
necessary.
like girl, why are you secluding yourself and then not even emailing your sister back?
Because
and then saying you're working from the inside.
Yeah, because instead you're telling Archie to like pass on that message.
Yeah, like you know how stupid Archie is.
When did you decide that was the thing that you wanted to do?
Like Archie probably go to Cheryl and be like, yo, did you know that Polly's working on the inside? Like he would probably tell her that
like
straight
he
up.
would. He totally would.
She'd be like, what did you and Polly talk about? He's like, oh, she's working like to get secrets from your family.
He's like, you want to work with her? Can you guys work together?
We should go like work together and like protect her.
Like, stop, Archie. Shut your mouth. Why do people tell him these things? I don't get it.
That's what I mean. I'm like, what are you doing? So then it cuts back to the hospital. It goes to the hospital, and like Veronica and Betty like roll up with like a bunch of flowers.
Yeah.
And Ethel's there. I guess like her dad's like in the hospital.
Yeah.
And Veronica's like, you know, we're here.
She
for
brings
you.
them white lilies. First of all, white lilies are funeral flowers. Just across the board. Do not bring funeral flowers to a hospital. Just like on a note to everybody listening right now.
Yeah, and also so whatever. So she like rolls up and she's like, I'm so sorry to hear, whatever. Yeah. And then the mom's like, Ethel, you have friends? She's like, who are these friends? No, I'm kidding. She didn't say that. But like she basically looked. She was like, wow, you have like cool friends.
Ethel's like, my friends. She's like, these are my friends.
She's like, these two girls right here in front of us are my friends.
We just became friends right now, but we are friends. Question mark.
We are friends. Right, Veronica? And then Veronica and Betty like turn around to like leave.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Veronica's scenes were so dramatic in this whole episode. And
I know.
Like it slows again and Betty's like, don't do it.
You don't have to do this.
But like Veronica's like halfway already around again and she's like,
Ethel,
it was my dad. She was like, Ethel, I'm a lodge. First of all, why doesn't Ethel know this girl's last name? Like, you guys clearly are friends. Like, you would know she's a lodge.
I'm Veronica. Veronica, lodge.
And then the mom's like,
She's like, lodge.
Ethel's like, damn, I thought we was friends.
She got cheese.
Yeah, she was cheese for like a minute.
Like it was
The
weird
mom for
because,
sure
like,
was pissed.
yeah,
the
'cause,
mom was
she's
like, "You did it."
Yeah.
Like, so stupid.
Like,
Like,
you
what mom would
murdered
say that?
my son.
She's
my
like,
husband.
you, it's all your fault. She's like, you guys are gonna go to hell.
That's heavy.
Yeah,
That's some heavy shit
right.
to be
And then like
telling a
Veronica,
girl.
but like obviously she doesn't have to do that. And then Buddy's like, okay, Veronica, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then that was it, whatever. And then Archie and Cheryl are back at like the house, and this was a cute scene because he was by the pool.
Right.
And I'm assuming that like Thornhill has like the ability to cut through like 2 seasons. Because it was snowing on one side and now the pool's still open on the other side.
It's all covered.
So like it must be like half summer, half winter. That's how freaking like crazy these people are. They couldn't control the weather.
Good point. They didn't even cover up the pool.
The pool was like sick. I was like, can you guys like go swim?
It's all for the aesthetics.
Yeah. So then Cheryl like has a moment with Archie and he's like, he's like, people hate me. I mean, she's like, people hate me, and he's like, no, he's like, you're awesome. He's like, I think you're awesome.
He's like, you're so cool. Sometimes he sounds so stupid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because the way he's like, I think you're awesome. Like, it was very like a 5-year-old child like saying it to like.
He's like, you're great.
And then she's like, my lipstick's maple red, by the way. And he's like, okay. And then like I think she kisses him, right? She jumps on him
first, actually. Yeah.
She's like, that's why it's so sweet. It's like maple.
He's like, what are you doing,
like
bitch?
relax, bro. Who makes that maple syrup?
So then finally, when they're not secluded, they're secluded in one area in this like really romantic scene. Then he gets kissed. Then he's like, wait a minute.
She
he
kisses him.
He waits like
he's
to
like,
the end.
what the hell, Cheryl? You could have pulled away like 4 seconds ago.
You could have pulled away like 5 minutes ago. Like you could have been like.
So then he gets like cheese, and then he like walks away into like the fog. That was such an awkward like exit.
Yeah.
Did you see?
He's
It was like fog.
Go. Yeah, he's like run.
So he walks like into the fog, but then he walks like into like a maze, like a hedge maze, whatever.
Yeah.
But he hears like the blossoms talking outside. Like first of all, it's winter. Why are you outside? Anyways, he hears like the parents talking.
Yeah.
And what did they say? They were like. They're talking about Hermione.
Yeah, they were
because they were like, oh, Hermione, like we set them up, whatever. Like we did all this. She's so easy to manipulate.
We're gonna find a way to like take back the land and stuff. From him.
Yeah.
Or from
Hermione. And like the Lodge family. And then it cuts back to Veronica at home.
Right.
She gets home, and she's like, Mom.
She's like, how was your day, honey? She's like, Mom, I went to the hospital.
She's like, Mom.
Ethel's dad tried to kill himself.
I'm done. She goes, I'm done with all of this. Daddy, this is so mean.
So I booked this moment specifically because she starts it with, Daddy's ruining people's lives, and then the last line is, I'm done lying for Dad.
Yeah.
It goes from Daddy to
Dad. Yeah.
That's when you know it gets serious. It's when
when it goes from
when
Daddy
Veronica
to Dad.
says Dad.
And then her mom though was like, I ain't taking that shit. She's like, you can't be done with this family. She's like, you're stuck here. You understand?
Yeah,
you're an only child. You ain't got no siblings.
Yeah,
it's just
done.
you. So you need to help us out. We're in this together.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She doesn't say that though. She's like pretty.
Kind of
she's
like
cheesed.
She's cheesed too, but I feel like she doesn't have.
She doesn't have any control. Obviously, she has no control over Veronica. Veronica's gonna do whatever the fuck she wants. So, yeah. But I thought that was a pretty big moment for her because like, she's broken away literally. She like ripped the pearls off. Now she's calling her daddy Dad. Like things are changing.
Yeah.
When Hiram comes back, like he's.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Then it cuts back to Archie in Winter Wonderland, and like it's like a blizzard, like just how it is right now. We're filming, and Archie tries to leave. He's like, "I gotta go," and Cheryl's like, "No, you can't go.
You can't leave, man.
You can't leave the house."
Cinderella.
What does she say though? She's like, "Can you like be my friend?"
She's like, "We should just date. Can we just date?"
And then he's like, no, but I need to go right now. He's like, I really need to go. And she's
like,
okay,
I have
bye.
a girlfriend now. Like, we just keep reminding, like, he keeps remembering that he has a girlfriend. And Cheryl obviously gets like very, very upset because she's like, she like sticks up for Archie and like she like put him into that position. And she's like, you're running away from everything that we're giving you. If you turn your back on us now, then like you're gonna lose everything that we've given you, essentially.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm down. He's like, okay, cool. So he dips.
And then it cuts to...
And then she's pissed.
She's pissed. She's hurt, right? Because she like kissed him.
Yeah.
With her maple syrup lipstick.
Yeah.
Cuts to Alice Cooper and her Chardonnay. And she's having a party at home because she's like uber depressed now.
Yeah.
Like if it couldn't get any worse, like it does get worse for Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
And then so Betty comes home or whatever. She's like, Mom.
Yeah, Betty comes through.
She's like, Polly's safe now. she's spying on the Blossoms.
Yeah.
She's all good. Like, she's working on the
So
inside.
just wanted to let you know, Archie sent me a text, and
we're all good. I feel like Archie shows up at some point, but I guess
Jugs.
not.
I think it was just Jugs there.
Juggy.
But yeah, she basically says like, Archie told me that she's fine and
she's like a spy.
She's working on the inside, so we're good.
We're good.
And then the mom's like, bah! She like fucking starts crying again because she's like, oh my god, I thought that I lost her for the last time. And I was like, oh my gosh, this poor woman is like hurting hard. She like misses her daughter so much, but she's like, I'm really happy to hear that. And now we have someone on the inside to like uncover this story. So it's gonna be like Team Cooper for like a bit of time.
And then Juggy's like, you can come work at the Blue and the Gold. And she's like, at school? And then like, Juggy's like, yeah. She's like, okay.
He's like,
she's like, I'll come back to high school.
It's gonna be like Never Been Kissed.
Awkward.
Like it's gonna be like it's gonna be like Drew Barrymore pretending to be a 16-year-old.
Yeah. I'm like, Alice, she would definitely pull that off.
She'll like put her hair in a ponytail.
She's so crazy. And then I guess it's like now it's like morning because I guess Val's like on her way to school. She's like walking, like crazy, like sassed out. And Archie sees her on the road and he like catches up. He's like, Val, hey.
He's like, hey, girl. She's like,
we're broken up.
She's like, who are you?
We're over. Yeah. We're done. She goes, you ditched me. And he's like,
He's like, no. He basically was like, just letting you know that like, me and Cheryl, we're done. We're not talking to each other anymore. We're like hanging out. Like nothing ever really happened. And then she's like, so it doesn't matter because like we're done.
She's like, she's like, we're done. Like
and then he's like,
the way she said it was so cool too. She was like, she didn't even say like we're breaking up. She's like, we're done. like as if it never even started. Like she's like, bro, like you're no one right now. Like you're so
like,
weird.
But why though?
Because he was like, why? And she was like, you ditched me. Like you were never around, which I don't believe because like they went on dates together. So like he was still like.
But
with
real
her.
talk, like, she's saying what the Twitter feud was probably saying. Like, where has Val been this whole time?
Yeah.
And they're like, she's like, I need to answer their questions. Like I haven't been around, and this is not cool for him to be like that to me. So we're done now.
Donezo. So Val and Archie are done.
They're broken up.
So then it cuts to Hermione and Fred, and Hermione comes in and Fred's like, you know what? He's like, I'm gonna keep doing the job because I'm gonna keep making money.
Yeah.
But it's on my terms now.
Yeah.
And he's like, we can't screw anymore. And she's like, okay.
We can't fuck.
She was like pretty sad about that though.
Yeah. She was like, really?
She's like, okay.
She's like, you want to give that up? Okay. All right. But like, girl, I'm surprised that like he's not like calling the police on you or something.
Yeah. But he knows he can make money, right? So he's like, I'm down for that too.
He's like asking for a big cut, so now he's like a
he wants like 20%. She's like, that's a lot,
and he's like, bitch, listen, you're pulling me down. We're gonna go down together. I'm gonna make money.
Yeah. Then it cuts to the high school again, and Veronica and Ethel are at school, and Veronica like rolls up to Ethel. She's like doing homework in the classroom, and Veronica's like, you know what? I meant everything I said. I'm so sorry for everything, like my family, like what they did to your family. And Ethel's like, don't worry. She's like, I forgive you. She's like, I know it's not like your fault, and like you gave me like your like clothes.
And you were there like for me two whole times in my entire life. In this whole episode, you were here for me 2 times.
She's like, you came through for me for like when the other like the
when I literally had no friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's true, but also like it literally happened in one episode. So calm down.
And then Archie at some point tells Betty that the Blossoms sent Daddy Lodge to jail. Mm-hmm. That was a big thing too.
Yeah, because that's what he overheard, like them talking about in the like through the hedges.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wants to uncover that part of it because right now only Fred, like Hermione just told Fred.
Yeah.
So technically Ronnie didn't tell that part of the story.
Right.
Yet. I guess she wanted to like keep that a secret to her friends too. I don't know. But it obviously will help with the murder because Hiram is a huge suspect now.
Yeah, and then like right away Juggy's like, does that make like the lodges like does it give them a motive to kill Jason Blossom, right? Like if they were being sent to jail because of the Blossoms.
Right.
In my opinion, it's a little too obvious. It's like too easy to be Hiram, but like we'll see, whatever. Yeah. And then I think the last scene is Cheryl and she's like in her room. Which I don't get how, because like wasn't it just high school? Yeah. So she's like in her bedroom, and she's like being all like cheese and like Debbie Downer, and she's like crossing off Archie's face. She pulls
a Regina George essentially, and
she's like red markered out like Archie's face. Yeah. And then Polly like comes into the room. She's like, good night, good night, Cheryl. Polly. Like, good night. And then she crosses Polly's face out too.
Yeah. So she's like crazy.
She's crazy. And that's the end of the episode. Yeah. But that also leaves me.
Yep.
to my first prediction, and I think Cheryl is my murder suspect number 1.
Murder suspect number 1.
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain why I think I thought that just before this episode started, but now I think for sure.
Okay, go for it.
So I was watching an interview with the cast. I don't remember who said it. Someone asked the cast. They were like, "Who do you think killed Jason?" And the cast was like, when we read the script for that episode, they were like, we literally had to rewind our script and read it over and over and over to be like, no way, this isn't the person. Like, this can't be the person that kills Jason. It was so unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
And so I almost feel like, who would that be? That's so unbelievable. That's so, like, you would never think. It's Cheryl.
Yeah.
It could be. I'm not saying 100%.
Possible.
We don't know. But I think
Yo,
it would be the ultimate betrayal.
My money's still on that Kevin tip.
Kevin
Weirdo. Not Kevin
Yeah.
Weirdo. I don't know.
Kevin Keller.
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel really bad that I've been accusing him all season.
I almost feel like in the beginning it did seem like Kevin could have something to do with it, and maybe he still did.
Yeah.
Because maybe it is like a multiple person like situation.
Right.
So
So
Cheryl's just the one that like ends up shooting him. I don't know.
Tell me why you think it's Cheryl.
Well, I just said it.
But that's the only reason.
That's the
Like,
only
you
reason.
just-
Plus also the fact that like
She's like most
she's very
unsuspecting.
like. She's obviously a very angry person. Like, she's literally like crossing out Archie's face, Polly's face. Like, she has this anger inside of her, as much as she shows that like it's her and her brother, like through thick and thin, you know.
Sure, but I almost feel like that kind of frustration and I don't know.
You don't know,
That's
right?
True,
and I think her motive could have been like, he's leaving. Like, she's like, you're leaving
I'd
me.
rather you dead.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you're leaving me. You're gonna leave us to go and be with this next girl.
Yeah,
like,
she talks about him
that's
a
a very
lot.
big betrayal. Like, I could sense that, like, for her. You know,
Good
like.
point. True.
So I can see it. I
Yeah,
can definitely see it.
I could see it. You heard it first here. If
On
we're right.
Recap Rewind.
On Recap Rewind.
What are your predictions? Like, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, this episode was really interesting. I think it was cool to see more of the Blossom family, and understand that they're like sketchy AF, like one hundo.
Yeah.
I was interested to see how they were gonna wrap Archie into the story because I saw the promos for it and I wasn't really sure how it was gonna go down, but.
I believed it.
All things aside, I think like even though Archie can get really, really annoying, I think he held himself together really well. I think at the end of it, he had like that redeeming quality that we all like kind of like about Archie, which he is like a noble person and he still like has standards. Like he's not like someone who's like a sellout. He's not gonna like take a guitar and be like, oh thanks. He's gonna be like, I'm down for my family. I'm down for doing the right thing. But I'm also not down for like cheating on my girlfriend and, you know, like screwing over my family. So, you know, he took the high road and it was like good to see that aspect of Archie because every other aspect of Archie is very annoying because he's like doing stupid shit every 5 minutes.
Right.
So this episode, he like kind of came through for even his crew. Like he gave them that piece of information about Hiram and like, you know, now that name is on the board. So it's definitely helpful for the case. And it's helpful for us to not hate him as much. Like,
Yeah, that's true. So next week is a really big episode. It's the house party. It's chapter 10.
It's your favorite.
And I just saw the promo this morning of the episode, and there's a lot of things that like flash in that episode, and I just want to quickly just introduce it in our episode today. The house party. I think Archie and Betty decide to throw up a birthday party for Juggy. That's the whole premise. And Juggy's like, I don't want a party. And Archie's like, too bad, you're getting one. In the flashes of the trailer, you see Veronica and Archie making out like at 2 different times. So something about to go down up in that house.
Well, now that he's single, ready to mingle.
He's single for sure. Yeah. So it's about to go down.
It's all gonna happen.
And they're drunk, right? So like some shit's about to.
They're drunk.
Underage drinking. Yeah. I think I saw Chuck somewhere in that trailer. So he might come back and like stir some shit up.
Which one's
Chuck? The one the football player.
Yeah, Sticky Maple.
At one point, Juggy is bleeding. Like they show his face like half bloody.
Was it a dramatic trailer?
Yeah, it was like fun but like dramatic too. And then right at the end, they're like, Fred's like, Archie, I have someone here for you. Your mama.
Oh,
and
that's exactly what you thought it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yes, come through, Molly Ringwald.
Yes.
Oh my God, so that'll be exciting.
So she returns home next episode.
Yay.
Cool.
So that'll be really interesting. I'm really excited to see how that call comes down. And we all know, I mean, maybe we all don't know, but we know that by episode 12, we will find out who the
Yeah,
killer
by the end of the season for sure, we're going to know who it is.
Jason Blossom is. So stack them up right now. Maybe we'll throw out some polls in the next few weeks. Who do you guys think? Who are you putting your money on as the murderer of Jason Blossom? Let us know.
Also, let us know what you guys think of our podcast. Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Do you guys wait for it every Friday morning? Because right now we're in the middle of traffic and trying to record, and we want to get this episode out. That's how much we love our fans.
Exactly.
And doing these episodes. So let us know what you guys think.
Tweet us at recap_rewind.
Yeah, that's our Twitter.
Subscribe, give us some love,
We're on
like
iTunes,
us,
YouTube,
everything.
Like us, love us.
Love us.
Okay, happy Friday.
Bye.
Bye.